Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a 432 aka bucket or a pan sister, however you would call this. I believe we can easily call this vehicle a pan, right? Since the tier 8 is a bucket. So what do we have here fellas? First of all, first things first, I really want to highlight this tank is not very good. Comparing this vehicle against the 430 or alternatively against the T54, this tank has absolutely nothing to offer. This vehicle in a way is a sniper schnitzel and nothing else than that. This vehicle do not have any armor whatsoever, and it is like a tank destroyer in the medium body. And guess how this vehicle is rated in the index page? Yeah fellas, not so well, but in the same time it can work, especially if enemies are making some silly goose mistakes. Then the tank obviously is completely fine and you can punish enemies for their stupidity in a way. Anyways, what we are going to do in this game we are going to try to play in this position. It is not going to be super easy, but we will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can. Also, one thing which I almost forgot to highlight, this tank do not have fully rotatable turret. So what that basically means? That basically means, unfortunately, but the tank is kind of dependent on sniping, you know. Whenever you are getting flanked sideways, you are not going to enjoy yourself and you are not going to have a great time. I hope I highlighted everything what I physically and possibly could about this tank. And one more thing fellas, the standard ammunition has 246 millimeters of penetration, which is not necessarily horrible, and this is not necessarily bad. And the gold ammunition has 330 penetration, which is always much appreciated, and it is nice, fellas. The Russian penetration of the 330 hits, it is good, okay? It doesn't really matter how you are going to look at this. This is pretty sweet and pretty nice. Anyways, at this point, all we want to do in this game, we want to punish enemies for their mistakes, right? We do not want to be too aggressive ourselves for obvious reasons. It is just simply not worth to be aggressive with this tank. We just want to sit in the typical position, and from the typical position we can smack them once or twice or 3 times or 5 times right into their face. And this is exactly how we are playing this battle, and this is exactly what we are doing. Meanwhile, we cannot penetrate him with a standard ammunition, so we can always load the gold, right? That's what we can do. And at this point we are just simply waiting until this Skill4ltu will make a mistake, and he won't. Spoiler alert, he is not going to make a mistake at this point. Okay, there is alternative option. What is the alternative option? We can try to be a bit involved here, but for that we need to shoot the gold ammunition against the tortoise. And I truly mean it. The main reason why do we need to shoot the gold ammunition is because tortoise have relatively good armor, right? So unfortunately, but we cannot be too involved and expect tortoise to simply say, okay, so please kill me guys, could you please kill me? This is not going to be the case, right? We want to get closer, and we obviously want to beat the living crap out of this guy. Always we need to keep this in mind about the guy who is sitting from here. And in fact, I have an idea how we can do this. We are going to go up just like so, and from here we can smack the ISU in the face if it is possible, or hopefully in the ass, whatever. Oh, they have so many AFK tanks. Okay, that's fair. How about this guy sitting here? That was a direct hit for sure. Can we eliminate the Skill4ltu from the game? This is the question. I completely understand he is not spotted. I get it. But in the same time, I know he should sit somewhere here as well, right? That's important thing to say. Wow, so many AFK tanks. Ay, unlucky for the enemies, I guess. Meanwhile, beautiful ass shot to the Mr. ISU, very nice. Can we keep him tracked? This is the question, because this tank have relatively good DPM, and yep, this guy is officially doomed. See you in the garage, buddy. And at this point, I would say we can and we will make pressure against the Mr. Tortoise, right? I have a feeling we should have one blind shot to the char footer, but once again, one blind shot is not going to do it. He is still alive for obvious reasons. Anyways, let's try to show some dominance over the Mr. Tortoise. We are trying to aim for his weak spot against the heat ammunition, obviously, and officially he is dead. Nice. Can we load high explosive ammunition for the Su-130 PM? This is the question, and I have a feeling this gentleman should sit somewhere here, and in fact he is. Oi, well, that wasn't very enjoyable for him. I repeat, that wasn't very enjoyable for him. Okay, great first battle. We then definitely cannot complain. 3.3 thousand combined with this tank is relatively fine. I know it sounds very weird, but indeed it is. Plus on top of that, fellas, if you are curious about the tank ratings, remember, there is index page where you can check the things you can see. You can use the filter and you can see, for example, the tier 9 tanks I rated bad, and there is UDA 16 and object. And obviously, if you care about expectation values to get marks, if you care about ace tanker expectation values, maybe you care about the equipment which to use or field modifications, keep this in mind. You can see absolutely everything there. And if you are into the lower tiers, feel free to check it out, the Skill4ltu Extra channel. You will find many stuff here. For example, the Object 244, the Sherman 122S, and many other YouTube videos. We are having this channel for 2 months already, and there is plenty of baboons who are having a great time watching the lower tier gameplay. So if you are into that, feel free to check it out, Skill4ltu Extra YouTube channel. Meanwhile, we came back with a 3000 damage and 1.3 thousand assisting damage. What that means? That means we have 2 blind shots, which is always nice and always much appreciated. So I think we punished this char footer twice with the blind shots. That's nice. Meanwhile, we are second by experience, we are second by the damage, and we lost 5,000 credits because obviously we were shooting quite a bit of the gold ammunition. Without talking too much, let's go into the round number 2. Let's go. And we are back with a save haven map, aka it looks like a port, right? And what we are going to do here, we are going to go into the medium line for obvious reasons, because we have no business to do in the city. Even though our penetration and our gun would be more than enough, but the lack of armor is not really what we are looking for, and this is not how to play with this tank. Speaking about the armor, it is truly lacking, fellas, and you can get penetrated into the turret and into the front. I'm not speaking about the sides and the back. It's just simply not great speaking armor wise, right? But what you can do with this tank you can behave like a light tank a bit, and I'm not joking, I truly mean it. Since the camo of this vehicle is pretty nice, we can get ourselves into the spotting bushes, and in fact this is exactly what we are going to do in this case scenario and in this situation, fellas. And hopefully we will get some assisting damage from the Key 91 and Object 704. And once again, keep this in mind, this tank is quite a sneaky mother trucker. Gun handling is also definitely not the thing we could complain about. Gun handling of this vehicle is not horrible, and in fact you can punish enemies every single time whenever enemies are going to make one or another mistake. I believe I do not need to say that. Once again, speaking about the front, it is paper. You see how he penetrated us? He penetrated us like so. That was quite madness, because turret wasn't in the flat angle, you know. Turret was angled pretty well, if you would ask me, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough not to get penetrated, right? Meanwhile, the T54 and the standard B, that's very good. Even though they are making pressure in front like crazy mother truckers, we will try to punish them even though we are spotted, right? It is very important thing for me, for us to get involved in this game. It is very important thing. Meanwhile, the standard B is trying to make pressure against the Key 91 and he is dead. I believe our Key 91 who has a great DPM, he is going to be fine. And at this point we are trying to get a bit involved into this battle, but from a bit different way, right? So how we are going to do the things, we are going to take this upside here and hopefully from here we can, oh, if I will do everything ideally, this guy is dead. Okay. Watch this. Jack Pizda just fired. So what do we need to do? We need to smack him once or twice, preferably twice, right? So how are you doing? Enjoying yourself? That's one. And I know I should be able to smack him once again before he will reload. That's two. Beautiful. 2 shots for free, and I am always happy and I always appreciate the free damage, right? At this point, we kind of need to consider our choices and we need to escape a bit. I completely understand enemies are losing this battle heavily, okay? I believe that's fair and that's clear. So what do we need to do at this point? At this point, we need to kind of get involved in a bit different angle. So by taking this upper side, we should be able to kill this E75, obviously if it is possible. And after that, we can get even more involved in this battle. So our Key 91 tried to kill him, but he failed doing so. The question is, will we have more luck or not so much? Let's try to go up like so. And unfortunately, we do not really have enough of the gun depression, which sucks, but that's World of Tanks for you. Meanwhile, we have the sniper schnitzels who are sitting here in the back, and I believe that's understandable. So at this point, I am thinking about approaching enemies like so. So this E100 should be our next victim, right? This is what is happening in my baboonish head. In fact, not really. I am going to go through the middle just like so. So maybe we could kill the CS63 and maybe we could kill this this E100 as well, right? Now we need to react properly. Where CS63 is, and CS63 is in our back, that's okay. Unfortunately, we bounced the shot, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything. I see this E100 in the back, don't worry, I see him and he is seeing us. So this is going to be a very, very hard game. At this point, I would love to track him. If we are going to get a tracking shot, it is going to be good because in the future, we might simply farm him, right? Going for another tracking shot, just like so. And at this point, he is a dead meat. All we need to do, we need to keep him tracked and our guys will come for him and our guys will eliminate him from the game. So this is the play, how you are beating the living crap out of the opponent who is way stronger than you are, right? And let's get real. E100 is pretty strong and E100 can show the dominance over us quite easily. Speaking about the dominance, since he just fired a couple of times, we are going to bank him like there is no tomorrow, and this is exactly what we are doing. Meanwhile, he's about to reload, he's using auto aim and he got us. That's okay. No complaints, no regrets. That was a good game, fellas, and I am feeling extremely, extremely happy about our performance. So once again, we have a good game, and concept 1B is dead. Good. Good. This is very, very good, fellas. I am surprised because we are playing with a 432, which is not the best tank. We are playing very, very well. We are going for a damage. We are going for assisting / tracking damage. And in a way, we are being aggressive at the situation when we're supposed to be aggressive. So this is absolutely amazing stuff. I am honestly happy how everything is looking like. So let's see. In the end of the day, Our score is 2,700 damage, 1,100 assisting / tracking damage. We are second by experience, we are third by the damage, and we lost 9,000 credits. Keep this in mind, we are losing credits because of the camo directive which we are using, because we are paying 20,000 each every single time. Plus on top of that, I have in stock a lot of rations overall, so we are not paying for those either. So we are losing even more profits. Anyways, without further ado, let's teleport to the round number 3. Let's go. And we are back, fellas. And you know what? Prokurovka. And this tank is pretty much perfect sniper schnitzel. With this tank, you're supposed to snipe from the back. Now, there is 3 options how we can play the game. We can play game in the middle, we can play game from the sniper schnitzel position, or we can play the game from this position up here. So this is the question, what do we want to do? We have couple of guys who are going into the middle, but mainly our forces are making pressure towards the 1-2 line. You know what? I think we are going to have enough sniper schnitzels, honestly. And at this point I'm spotted. So what I need to do, I need to run before it's too late. I need to run before it's too late. This Super Conqueror peaked at the shittest time possible for us. We lost 1,000 hit points, but that's okay. I got what I deserved. At this point we are going to die. I did not notice him. Anyways, let's see the score, what we managed to craft after 2 games, and we will pretend the 3rd game did not exist, right? So, in the end of the day, we have, what? 2,800 damage and 1,000 assisting damage, which is amazing score for this vehicle, and luckily we played only 2 games, right? Right, fellas? Good. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you were very, very well entertained. And my quick tip and hint, don't go for the key 91 line. It is not the line you want to go for, although tier 8 is pretty good. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.